What's up, guys? Welcome back to Latin Chopsticks. Thank you so much for tuning in. All right, guys, today we're gonna do something kind of spontaneous, just based on the popularity of some videos and some requests that I've gotten, and somebody that actually just asked me a question. I think it was like 2 days ago or something like that, or yesterday actually, in regards to some Mexican restaurants here in Orlando. As you guys know, we've done 2 videos. The first one's my absolute favorite, most affordable Mexican restaurant here in Orlando. The second one that we did was a recommendation from one of the viewers. The food was great. The service was pretty terrible, in all honesty, on the place that I went to. Now, of course, I didn't go to the exact location that was recommended. I guess they have 2 or 3 locations. We ended up going to a different one, so I don't want to knock them down because the food was pretty good when we went. With that said, today we're actually going to be going to another Mexican restaurant that I've been to a couple of times, and it's because it's one of the fanciest Mexican restaurants that I know of here in Orlando. And of course, this is like outside of Epcot and the Disney, Disney, and outside of Universal Studios, which I promise you guys soon we're gonna start doing some Universal restaurants, just because I do want to cover everything on this channel in Orlando to eat, not just outside of the theme parks, but I did want to show you guys that there's a whole world out there outside of the theme parks where you can go eat that's not franchises, and it's very unique places. With that said, the place we're going to today is called Azteca De Oro. It's a really, really, really fancy, really good, and they actually just had a renovation, I think a year and a half ago. It was pretty much during the pandemic. They took advantage that it was so slow that they were able to actually renovate the restaurant. Last time I went, it was super fancy. I have not been in years, and we're actually gonna go and head there now and just see how much they've improved. With that said, the food is incredible. It is a little bit pricey because it's a very elegant Mexican restaurant, at least the last time that we went. So with that said, let's head over to one of the fanciest Mexican restaurants in Orlando, and I'll see you guys in a bit. All right, guys, awesome. We're here. It is extremely loud. We ended up sitting right next to a huge family that's celebrating like happy birthday and stuff like that. There's mariachis playing. So right now we're gonna look over the menu. We're gonna try to see what options they have and try to kind of order a little bit of a diverse amount of dishes. With that said, I'm gonna try my best here. Hopefully the audio ends up catching my voice, but it is extremely loud in here. I feel like I'm screaming right now. But with that said, we're gonna order the food and hopefully it calms down a little bit. I know the mariachis tend to play for like 30 minutes or so, and then they take like a 20 to 30 minute break just for to rest their voices. And I'm hoping that during that time, I'm able to like record all the food. But I'll see you guys in a couple minutes out the nachos. And honestly, I am really excited for the chips that they brought out because I'm gonna show you guys in a second. You guys gotta take a look at this. So as you guys can see here, we're off to a really good start because these are nice, homemade. They were still pretty hot, but homemade chips with some delicious salsa that they've made. And now I am really excited to try. You can see kind of those charred pieces in there. You can see the cilantro, the onions, the tomatoes. And we're gonna get a little bit of that, just kind of wet it. We're gonna go ahead and try it out. All right, guys, go ahead and try it out. In all honesty, the chips taste the same as they do in every other chip, like nice, good quality Mexican restaurant. The salsa, however, as you guys saw those charred pieces, it kind of adds that flaming, roasted flavor to the tomatoes, because I think they must have used either roasted tomatoes or roasted peppers. But it kind of gives this kind of a roasted texture. It almost tastes a little bit burned, a little bit charred. But it adds this unique and complex taste to the salsa. Oh man, I've been here before, but it's been years, guys. They really, like, honestly, they remade this place. It's super nice. It's super fancy. If you look above to my left, I mean, there's a whole glass thing full of like different, like Mexican liquors and like rum and I'm sorry, tequila and like mezcal and different things like that. And it's really nice, decorated. Behind that, of course, is the actual bar, so there's kind of a double-sided glass panels and stuff. But with that said, what we're gonna order today, me personally, I'm gonna order parrillada, which is, it's like basically like a grilled large platter, really, is what it is, like a grilled platter. Apparently it's gonna come with chicken, steak, pork, I'm trying to think, shrimp wrapped in bacon. Regardless, when it comes out, I'll show you guys. We're also gonna go ahead and order the queso dip with chorizo because my wife loves it, and last time we had it in another Mexican restaurant, it was really, really delicious. With that said, we're gonna try to see what else we ordered just so I can have like 1 or 2 other plates. But yeah, so far I'm really impressed with this place. The service is really good. It is extremely packed. It actually took maybe around 20 minutes driving around waiting for somebody to leave so we could actually park. But I mean, it's a nice, kind of a fancier Mexican restaurant. And the mariachi that plays here, the group, I don't know if you guys heard it in the beginning. I mean, I'm sure you did. Really talented, really friendly, and like full of life. So that's, you know, something really nice to see, especially when you're going out to places. I'll see you guys in a couple minutes when our food actually comes out. All right, guys, awesome. So we got our first real appetizer here. I'm gonna go ahead and show you. We ended up getting, like I mentioned, the queso dip with, I believe it's chorizo. And we ended up getting another order of chips, which is free every single time that you order. But let's go ahead and take a look at this. All right, so you guys take a look at this here. That is queso with chorizo. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, when I first saw it, I didn't think it was that good. I ended up mixing it off camera because I forgot to record it, because I was kind of disappointed when I saw it, because there was another Mexican restaurant that I've gone to, that the other Mexican restaurant, actually, it's melted cheese with ground beef inside. This one, however, is the queso sauce with ground beef or chorizo inside. It should be ground beef. But with that said, let's go ahead and try it out and see. I don't have high hopes, but that meat looked like it had a lot of flavor, so let's go ahead and try it. All right, guys, let's try it out here. It is just queso sauce. It's not actual melted cheese, which I prefer. However, that flavor that it has, mixed in that ground beef, flavor is really, really, really good. It almost sounds like a kind of the smoky Gouda flavor. Then you get those pieces of like the green onions that adds a little bit of freshness, and you get those little fatty pieces of the beef, kind of a little bit of a chew to it. But it's really good, and it coats it really well. You can use it like a spoon and get like a big amount, or it's thick enough where you just coat it, and it's all nicely covered evenly all around the nacho, the chip that you put in there. With that said, the place that we went to that I mentioned to you guys, they had like actual melted cheese. And even though it was amazing, because I mean, who doesn't love melted cheese unless you're lactose intolerant? It was really hard to really dip. You had to get the spoon and like try your best to just get a little bit, because usually when you put the spoon and you pull up, like the whole thing comes up with it. So in all honesty, I was kind of expecting it not to be that great, but it tasted amazing. Makes me even more excited for when the food actually comes out. All right, guys, I don't know if you guys can see it from that angle because I'm using the GoPro, but oh my goodness gracious, I gotta show you guys this. This is a lot bigger than I thought, especially for the price, but it looks delicious and I really want to start digging in, but I'm holding myself back for you guys. Let's go ahead and check this out. All right, guys, take a look at this beauty. This is called the parrillada. Basically, you have a beautiful charred grilled steak. You can still see some of the pink right. Oh, you can see some of the pink right there. You have a beautiful jalapeno that's roasted. You have bacon-covered shrimp covered with cheese. You have a beautifully charred piece of chicken breast. You have delicious onions in the bottom with some peppers. You have a beautiful chorizo. You also see the charred pieces. And then you have this amazing looking corn. I think this is basically an elote, but it's just not completely covered. But I mean, look at that beautiful char. Oh, I can't wait. You guys have to check this out. Let's go ahead and start trying it out. All right, guys, awesome. I'm gonna try a few of these items out. We're gonna go ahead and cut the steak first. Oh no, this knife is loose. Oh man. Oh, this steak is nice and thin, but it's cooked beautifully. Oh, you guys gotta check this out. You guys gotta look at this. Look at the juices from this steak. Oh, that looks so good. The inside is just perfectly cooked, given how thin it is. It's still a little bit of pink. Oh, guys, we gotta try this out. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and try it. Beautifully cooked. Super, super, super juicy, super tender. I can't believe I'm gonna say this. I could use a little bit of salt. Besides that though, the flavor from it is absolutely amazing. Let's go ahead and try some of this chicken too. All right, guys, see some of this chicken, beautifully cooked as well. It does look a little dry, but that's normal given how charred this piece is. But of course, you can kind of like maybe get some onions and stuff, but I want to try the flavor on its own. Let's go ahead and try this baby out. All right, let's go ahead and try this out. Oh my God. It is very dry. but the flavor's phenomenal. This charred piece, you kind of taste that burnt flavor, but it's very slight, enough to complement the chicken itself. Oh my God. I want to have another piece, but it looks like the mariachis are about to come out again. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab this beautiful large shrimp covered in bacon, and I want to go ahead and try it out. All right, guys, just take a look at this. Look how beautiful this is. That's a beautiful cooked piece of bacon right there. Let's go ahead and try it. They're about to start playing, so you guys aren't gonna be able to hear me, so let's try this out. All right, guys, we're gonna try the chorizo. I'm sorry, they're gonna start playing. It's gonna be really hard to hear me. Let's take a look at this. Look how amazing that looks. I'm gonna go ahead and try it now. Same thing, it does look a little dry, but we'll check it out. We'll see. Oh my God, that is not dry at all. Beautiful flavor, beautiful taste. Oh man, that tasted really, really, really good. Next thing I wanna go ahead and try out is I want to try out some of this corn. So you guys already saw it. Let's go ahead and try it. I'm so sorry about the music, but let's try it out now. Oh yeah. The corn is charred. Has sour cream, cilantro, a little bit of a kick from the, I'm pretty sure that's on top of it. I can't remember the name. I have it at home and I just bought the bottle. Oh my goodness, but it's like a salt mixed with chile and lemon all together, and it's like a powder that you get to put on different types of toppings. I can't remember the name right now. The corn is perfectly grilled. It is amazing. Honestly, everything on this plate. Oh wow, oh wow. Oh no, there was a lot of seeds in that bite. With that said, everything in that plate is delicious. Not only that, but it actually comes with rice, refried beans, and you got some tortillas as well. I can't believe all this. All for like 30 bucks, I believe. It's incredible, honestly. And my wife's dish, she got the same thing that she always gets in every Mexican restaurant we go to, and it's fajita. I'm not gonna try anything from her plate personally, because I know it's good. It already looks delicious. The only thing I may try is the shrimp that are on her dish, because it literally looks like it's covered in this delicious, like sweet and spicy sauce. So let's go ahead and check it out. All right, guys, so check this out. Now the chicken does look really, really, really dry, but you have this one covered in sauce. You have that beautiful meat. It looks nice and tender. Yeah, everything looks absolutely amazing. The only thing I want to try out, like I mentioned, is the shrimp, and we're gonna try it out right now real quick. All right, let's go ahead and try it out. It's definitely some sort of hot sauce. It kind of tastes like chamoy, but I don't know if that's accurate. However, the taste is incredible. The meat, super tender. I will say the chicken and the meat on the fajita is dry. The flavor is great, but it is dry, and I'm a little disappointed. If you guys come here, my suggestion would be definitely get the parrillada. The one thing that comes along with this is it actually comes out with guacamole mixed with lettuce and tomato and pico de gallo, which is really nice. Aside from that though, I mean, I promise you guys, the flavors are great. The meat's a little dry. The chicken looks extremely dry. I was completely wrong with the chicken. It looks completely dry, but it's extremely, extremely juicy. Wow, it's amazing. Guys, this place is great. It's a little bit more pricey. It's a little bit more expensive, but it's definitely worth the visit, because everything that I've tried, the flavors are phenomenal. The service is really good considering how packed and full this is. And you guys can hear the people, the singing and all that. It's like a party. They sat us on a table right next to like a large family that's throwing like some sort of either birthday party or anniversary. But we're gonna go ahead and finish this out. Maybe I'll get some dessert, and if I do, I'll see you guys later at the end of the video whenever they're done singing, so you guys can actually hear me. So I'll see you guys in a couple minutes. All right, guys, we are done. I couldn't eat all of it. My wife couldn't eat all of it. Honestly, it's a really nice place. I would recommend it if you're trying to look at something like somewhere that's has like a nicer atmosphere than it's hard to explain. It's really elegant in here. With that said, I still think Tortilleria La Mexicana, which is the original Mexican restaurant video that I posted, is the best, hands down, Mexican restaurant. I feel like I should put that as a journey, an adventure, or a quest, where I should look for the best Mexican restaurant in Orlando besides that one. But to this day, I have not been able to find it. I have found ones that are close to it. Like there's another Mexican restaurant called El Tapatio. That one's really, really, really good, and it's a little bit more affordable. It's also kind of elegant, just not in the same level as this one. But I mean, the food was incredible. I still think the meat that I ate, the steak, definitely needed more salt. I feel like the fajita that my wife got, I don't know, it was good, but like visually, it just felt like it was that they left it sitting out, or maybe it was another customer's and then they ended up grabbing it and giving it to my wife. Because yes, it came out hot, but like the meat was really dry looking, and when you ate it, it was dry. The chicken looked like it was sitting out for hours, literally. But when you tried it, the flavor was good and it was juicy, but it just looked like it was super dry. The shrimp that she had that were covered in chamoy, it didn't have that much flavor. It was very bland. It was just like they got the shrimp, they boiled it, and then they grilled it. Actually, it tasted like they boiled it, and then they put chamoy on it, and that's it. And then that powder that was on the corn was really good. The corn was sweet. It balanced out with the sour cream mixed with like the cilantro, mixed with the tahini, which is the powder that was on it. I couldn't remember at the time. The music is great, but it's also really loud for doing videos, so I apologize for that. With that said, would I recommend it? Yes, if you're nearby. If you had to pick, I would 100% go to the other one, but that's just my personal opinion. With that said, guys, thank you so much for tuning in this week. I hope you're ready for next week. I'm really trying to see if I can get this. This is the place that I told you guys about last week. It's really hard to get a reservation in because they're pretty booked. And it's because it's not in the theme parks, but it's in the Disney vicinity, like inside of their area. So I'd have to go there. I'd have to go to a hotel, check in, and let them know that I'm there for a restaurant and whatnot. But hopefully we can get that video up soon. With that said, thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, that like button if you guys are liking the content that you're seeing. That way I can keep making it and eventually start making more than one video a week. But until we get there, just hit that subscribe button, that like button. It means the world to me. Thank you so much for your ongoing support. I will see you guys next week. And until then, let's just keep on eating.